It looks like Wargaming took another ridiculous decision within World of Tanks console. It is no surprise, but let's get into what the issue is and why it's so bad for the game. So what is this game-breaking issue within World of Tanks console right now and affecting gameplay? Well, if you've been playing against any new players within the game, you will have been doing less damage towards them than any other player within the game that's maybe played for more than a couple of days or whatever it may be. Wargaming have basically announced that they have basically reduced the amount of damage new players can take within the game comparatively to anyone else that's played the game prior. So yeah, if you're shooting at someone that's played the game for one day, you're going to be dealing less damage comparatively to, say, if you fought against someone that's played 10,000 battles. As a way of actually making it easier for new players, you've brought in a mechanic whereby they take less damage so other players within the game get less of a reward within the game. So you've caused another problem by trying to solve a problem that you can't actually develop. Why on earth would you actually reduce the hit points total of someone who's dishing out damage to someone else as a means to solve the problem that is the new player experience within World of Tanks? It is absolutely disgusting that this even got through any kind of testing, and I'm not even surprised it got through, to be honest, because given the track record of some of the ideas that come through and actually get pushed out in the secret, this is the problem with it. It's in secret. And yes, this video is going to be calling it out. This is disgusting. You should be introducing training mechanics. You should be introducing actual training videos. You should be trying to promote a good training system within the game, not just giving them an advantage within the game. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to give a new player. So basically, I could create a new account, be technically a new player, and take less damage comparatively to someone else. Yeah, what an absolute bonkers system. Just outrageous. I'm going to be negatively impacting other people's games that are playing the game by just creating a new account. So I could technically go out, buy a new account, buy a tier 8 premium, and be better than someone else who's been playing the game. What on earth? Just, Wargaming, what are you actually thinking? Ask the community how they would actually feel as if they were a new player. Maybe you'd actually get some better ideas than coming up with some of the stuff that you have within this kind of update, and sneaky update at that. They didn't even tell anyone until just now. Thank you for actually telling us, so we can tell you how terrible of an idea it is within the game. Just the fact this gets through some of the development team is actually unbelievable. And if you want to target the new players, because you've obviously got a problem with trying to retain any of the players that play your game, not because, you know, you've got loads of broken premium tanks that play at tier 5, like the Panzer V4, that is just an absolute terror, and that everyone that plays up against the Panzer V4 really, as a new player, has no chance at playing against it because it's just outrageously broken and you can't just nerf that tank like you said you would. There's so many more other things that Wargaming should be doing, not actually impacting other people that play your game consistently and making their games worse because we want to give new players a better chance at actually being good at the game, although taking less damage is not meaning that they're getting any better, they're just surviving a couple bits more. Yeah, don't be focusing development time into actually altering the actual gameplay mechanics for a lot of people playing the game. That's not balanced, that's not fair, and trying to create a game that is balanced in some degree. Obviously, when you play the game, you're going to get better at it. You can't balance the game by making other people less good because they have played the game for longer. Just, what on earth? This is the sort of thing that Wargaming come up with as a solution to their new player experience being terrible, and the reason why people jump onto World of Tanks console, play one game and then leave is because they make decisions like this. These are the decisions that lead to people realising, hang on a minute, what on earth is this? Why would I ever want this within a game? That's like saying you're going to create Call of Duty. What am I going to do? Well, if I make a new account, I play Call of Duty, I'm going to get 110% health over someone else that's played the game. What? You're going to give new players extra health so that they can then deal more damage or successfully create better gameplay than they would have done just playing the game normally. Plus, as you go on, what does that mean? They're then going to lose the hit point advantage or the damage reduction advantage, and then they're just going to be like everyone else, and then they're going to have to learn the game like they should be? What is... it's just outrageous. Come up with better ideas, Wargaming. This is just not a good idea. Get rid of this out of the game. There's very few times where I'm actually calling you out specifically in focus to a particular point. This is just something that I am unbelievably just outraged about. The fact that this isn't even in the game, and the fact that we're even talking about this. Obviously, you all have your comments, and make sure that you leave those in the comment section down below. I am not ranting about the fact that new players are trying to promote new players somehow learning the game, staying on the game and actually participating in the game in the long term. I'm complaining about the fact that this is the choice that they made. This is the best choice, in inverted commas there, that Wargaming could come up with as a way to combat the fact that loads of people play the game for about 3 games, then go, what on earth is this game, and then they leave. Yeah, not the way that I would go. I would be introducing a virtual assistant that literally tells you, right, so here we go, virtual assistant, settings menu, you can turn it on or off. It will tell you, right, first perk that you want in the game, this is going to be 6 cents, or this would be a typical good perk for the tank that you're in. Much better way of doing it. It would be so much better. You're going to be learning the sort of things that are key to the game. Equipment. What equipment do I want on a tank that is a light tank? What equipment do I typically want on a heavy tank? What equipment do I typically want on a medium? You know, you get the drift. These sort of things should be in the game. That's the sort of thing that you should be developing, not just giving them a statistical advantage. It's like saying, what we're going to do is anyone that's played over 10,000 battles, we're going to reduce your damage by 10%. What? It's just outrageous. I just can't believe that. And the fact that this gets through, yeah, I'm blown away. It really has shocked me as to them just... they do what they want, don't they, really? And they very much don't take into account what the actual consequences of doing stuff like this is. Why not just ask the community? It would have gone so much better, and then you wouldn't have had to have things and discussions like this where people are just getting confused that this is even in the game. And I'm sure many of you who play the game don't even know that this is a thing, and the fact that this is not actually shown to anyone and that it was only mentioned in a stream by Wargaming, there's no kind of information in game, is just another fact of, well, people aren't going to be able to learn things if you don't actually show them within the game. Yeah, just bonkers. There should be video tutorials, there should be, like we talked about, training guides, a virtual assistant, there should be training missions, repeatable training missions, all sorts of things, even by just settings, typical settings, what you want to be doing, what all of them do, and all of this sort of stuff should be in the game. You should make it easy, not necessarily affect the gameplay of people within the game. This is the key difference between making a good training program for new players to learn, enjoy, and get involved with the game, as opposed to just, yeah, here you go, here's the game, learn it, and get a slight advantage in the game. Yeah, that is just not something that they should ever be doing within World of Tanks, and I really do implore Wargaming to remove this feature every single day of the week. This should not be a thing within World of Tanks. Go back to the drawing board, sort your stuff out. This is not the way. I hope you did enjoy this video. It's a short one, but it needed to be short, it needed to be straight to the point. We're not getting any of this rubbish within it. Yeah. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you like it, make sure to like it, and if you want these changes, make sure to comment in the comment section down below as to why you think this is a terrible idea, because it really is something that we need to do. If you think it's a good idea, then leave those as well. Get a discussion going, showcase to Wargaming what you actually think by leaving a comment in the comment section down below. Obviously, like it, dislike it, however you want to do it, that is up to you, but hopefully you do join me back for the next video. We don't have to call out Wargaming or some of these weird and outrageous ideas that they come up with within World of Tanks. I really do hope we have a better day, and on the lead up to Christmas, let's get excited for some new content coming out very soon. Goodbye.